The reason I wanted to jump in now is to tell everybody about an exciting new series the Restoration CrossCheck is launching as part of the restoration expert briefing that is happening every week. And documentation is a gigantically important subject. Most of the time, when we see a collection problem on a restoration file, it's because the adjuster is making an issue out of the sufficiency of documentation. Does your file show the who, what, where, when, and why of the work that was done on that particular project? And a lot of contractors are not operating as efficiently as they would like. And so next week, we are going to give you some tips as we start episode number 1 of our documentation series as to how to really accelerate your documentation process and make it up to 400% faster using technology and some of the tools that are available to you. And so next week's session, 1 week from today, we are going to be very excited for you to log on here for the briefing and see full circle documentation, harnessing 360 tech for restoration success. We are very excited that this session coming up next week is brought to you by CrossCheck. And our featured speaker is Rob Harrell. And Rob is the Vice President of Product Development for CrossCheck. Full circle documentation, that's next week. That's going to be on October 24, 2024. Same time as always for our sessions, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Rob Harrell has an incredibly rich history in the property claims ecosystem, and he has a phenomenal resume. He was senior product manager at Verisk. He was the director of operational improvement and technology at ATI Restoration, and he's also worked at a number of insurance companies with a number of important positions. He worked at Nationwide, he worked at Travelers, he worked at State Farm. We think it's so important for you guys to hear the documentation expectations from what happens on the inside of insurance companies. What are they thinking? What are the constraints that the adjuster is under? And Rob is an incredibly valuable source of information for that kind of insight. So in next week's session, which is the first episode of our documentation series, you're going to learn what adjusters look for in your documentation and why. You're going to learn how to decorate a file for the maximum persuasive value. You're going to learn how to catapult your efficiency with 360 imaging technology. You can go ahead and scan the QR code for that right now and sign up with us. And we're very thankful to our friends at CrossCheck for the sponsorship.